Greetings, fellow makers, fabric smiths, and foam fanatics. This is the Real Melky with Ryan's Cosmic Closet. Welcome back to my factory. A few days ago, I made a pattern for a friend of mine. It is this pattern right here. I'll put a link to that video in the description. Check it out. It's pretty cool. We have a lot of fun. Then I made this. Today, I'm going to show you how I made this. So, let's get started. I start by securing the pattern to the foam. I use 1, 2, 3 blocks for this. That's these guys right here. But you can use pretty much any weight that you have. Sometimes I use a coaster. It just depends on what you have available. Then you trace out your pattern. It's just like that, and we will jump ahead to when that's done. I also made some accent pieces. That's this and this. This will give the bracer a little bit more dimensionality instead of making it look kind of flat and boring. So, same as before, tracing. Very complicated. No, I'm kidding about that part. And then I'm going to trace this onto some 2mm foam. By the way, this is 4mm foam. The other one is 6mm foam. I got both of these at Michael's, but you can get your foam from pretty much anywhere. I'll put links to in the description. And now we're going to cut the pieces out. Again, very simple. A metal straight edge will be really helpful when you're cutting things that have straight edges. So, and cut out your piece. Again, make sure you have a very sharp blade on your knife. And some people say cut on the inside of your line because Sharpie marker adds a little bit of extra thickness. But sometimes I cut on the outside of my line. That way I can have that little extra space to dremel down. But it is really more a matter of personal preference. The main thing is to keep the tip of your knife in contact with your cutting mat. And yes, you will want a cutting mat. Go as slow or as fast as you want. But the most important thing is to keep your hand away from the blade of your knife. You don't want to accidentally cut yourself. Now for the curved part, obviously it's curved, so a straight edge won't help. So just follow the line as best you can. Also, it helps to practice. Which is why we don't throw away scraps of foam. Blade in, straight edge applied, and go. Also, do your best to make sure the blade is straight up and down, unless you like a bevel on one of your cuts. For these cuts, I am going with the blade at a 90-degree angle, which is straight up and down. If you don't get it perfect, that is okay. That allows us to add things like battle damage. And we have a mostly cut out piece. Now, for these edges, since the bracer is going to, well, first cut this out. Now, for these edges here, since they are going to wrap around, the inner diameter is a little bit smaller than the outer diameter. So, we'll be cutting those with a bevel cutter, which is this handy little gadget right here. I got this thing from either Amazon or TNT Cosplay Supply. I don't really remember. Don't use a rusty blade. And I will put a link in the description if I remember to do that. No, I'll remember. Now, for this little device, there's this thing here, which can lay flat against your piece, and you are automatically cutting at an angle. And this will make sure you hold that angle for the entire cut. You can use a bandsaw for this. Most of them have tilting tables and stuff like that. But some people just don't have a bandsaw or access to a bandsaw, or just don't want to use power tools. And that's fine. You can do this however you want. And now we have this nice clean bevel right here and right here. Same consistent angle throughout the entire cut. I love this thing. Put the blade back in there. Close it up. Now I'm going to cut out these two pieces, but that's literally the same thing as this, so we'll just skip ahead to when that's done. Okay, whenever you're using contact cement, this stuff right here, whether it be barge or weldwood or whatever, make sure you're doing it safely. That means well-ventilated area and have your respirator on. Because this stuff is horribly toxic. You really do not want to breathe this stuff. Not even a little bit. So, respirator. And now we can get started. The way contact cement works is you apply it to both surfaces you want to connect, wait for it to dry, about 5 to 10 minutes, and then you apply them. You connect them, like so. Sometimes you might want to apply a second coat. It really all depends. And we're going to cover this and this part right here. I'll be back when that's done. It's been about 20 minutes and our contact cement has fully dried, as you can see right here. And here. The way you can tell that it's fully dried is it looks dry. So now we're going to carefully attach this piece to this piece. When you do that is we simply line up the edges. Oh, might help to have something to hold this down. Or not. Let's just get that. Line up the edges. Make sure you stay between your lines. And there you go. And now your two pieces are essentially one piece. Now, normally I would go ahead and Dremel this down to clean up these edges, but that can cause the glue to kind of lose hold. So I'm going to wait about an hour and we will come back and Dremel all that stuff down. And then we'll attach this to this. It's been about an hour. The glue is set. We're ready to clean up these edges. Gonna put a nice little round over on them so they don't look quite like so much cut foam. To do that, you'll be using my Ryobi rotary tool. I got that from Odin Makes, so thank you very much, Odin. Whenever you're using a rotary tool, you want to have some lung protection. So, dust mask, also foam dust has to fly all over the place. So, eye protection as well. And here we go. What I'm doing here is making these edges line up so they're nice and even. Like so. Now, to round over the edge here, that way, look, it's more of a metal and not just regular piece of foam. And we're going to go all the way around this thing for that. So I will be back when that's done. All these edges have a nice little round over on them. And now, it is time to attach this to this. Like so. That means more contact cement, which again means respirator and ventilation. So, let's take care of that. And again, applying it to both surfaces, we want to connect. Wait for it to dry, and then attach. Now that there is a good layer of contact cement on this and this, we just set them aside and let them dry. It'll be about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. So we will come back when it's time to do that. All right. Our contact cement is dried, and it is time to attach them. So, here we go. I find it's easiest and best to attach the bottom corners first, this one and this one and this one and this one, like that, and then slowly roll it onto the rest of the piece. And then you have something that looks like this. Now, I'm going to round over the edges and all that stuff. And now, we are done with this part. There's still a lot to do. We still have to round over the edges and seal it, weather it, paint it, all that fun stuff. But that is as far as we can go for today. So, thank you very much for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, please ask them in the comment section. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.